Assalamualaikum. Today our group will present about solving Sudoku game using the graph coloring method.
Our team members, firstly, Nur Ifah Atirah binti Ismail, Husna Balkis binti Muhammad Fuad, me, Nur Hafizah binti Kamaruddin, and Muhammad Amirul Irfan bin Muhammad Khalil.
So, what is Sudoku? Sudoku is a popular puzzle game where players fill a 9x9 grid divided into 3x3 subgrids with number 1 to 9, ensuring that each row, column, and subgrid contains unique numbers.
Graph coloring and Sudoku. The correlation between graph coloring and Sudoku problems has been a subject of fascination within the mathematical community. May 2020 states that Sudoku problems can be represented as a graph coloring issue. The objective is to create a 9 coloring of a graph consisting of 81 vertices. Based on a partially completed 9 coloring, the Sudoku graph is an undirected graph that represents the cell of a blank Sudoku puzzle as its vertices. The edges of the networks connect vertices that appear in the same row, column, or subgrid. Application of graph theory. The utilization of graph coloring in the resolution of Sudoku puzzles exploits mathematical techniques derived from graph theory, providing a distinctive approach to solving Sudoku puzzles. The objective of our study is firstly, to use methods generally based on the graph coloring process to solve Sudoku puzzles. Secondly, to employ Python software to construct a program that solves Sudoku as a graph coloring issue.
Next, problem statement. Solving the Sudoku game is one of the most difficult and time-consuming tasks, especially when it comes to the complex 9x9 types of Sudoku. By using the traditional solving method to solve these Sudoku games, it may involve a lot of trial and error, which can lead to a long and unpredictable solution. In this project, graph coloring techniques are essential tools to solve this game.
So to solve Sudoku, first gather data from 9x9 grid. The puzzle has number from 1 to 9 and empty cell need to fill in. Understand how numbers interact and find patterns. Data is obtained from an article on Sudoku algorithm. The goal is to solve this puzzle. Sudoku puzzle require filling empty cells with number from 1 to 9, ensuring uniqueness in row, column, and also subgrids. Graph theory, specifically graph coloring, is effective for solving Sudoku. In this approach, each cells become a graph vertex, and edges represent relationships between cells based on Sudoku rules. The goal is to assign color by numbers to vertices so connected cells have distinct color, meeting Sudoku constraints. A standard 9x9 Sudoku grid translates to a graph with 81 vertices, each labeled from 1 to 81. In Sudoku graph, edges show how cells are connected within the same row, column, and 3x3 subgrid. For instance, edges link cells in a row, cells in a column, and also cells in the same 3x3 blocks. In Sudoku graph, vertices are considered neighbors only if their cells are in the same 3x3 subgrid, ensuring different number in the nearby vertices. This forms the basis for systematic Sudoku solving using method like graph coloring, where edges defined by adjacency enforce Sudoku rules for a valid solution. The table represents the vertex adjacency. The program systematically goes through the entire graph, ensuring each vertex representing a Sudoku cells follow the rules. This iterative process considers multiple color options for each vertex, adjusting assignment until all vertices are properly colored. Next, map the graph with the number from 1 to 9 corresponding to the 9 unique color assigned during the graph coloring process. This translation produces a solved Sudoku puzzle solution numbering each cell from 1 to 9, meeting the puzzle restrictions and logic.
Okay, next I will continue with the phase 3, which is this is a problem solution using Python. So for the first step is we check if the current move is valid in the row. After that, we check if the current move is valid in the column. And lastly, we check if the current move is valid in the 3x3 subgrids. Next, we will continue to the step 2, which is find empty locations, cells with a value of 0. After that, we move to the step 3, which is we solve the Sudoku, and the coding is shown as below. So next is step 4. For the step 4, we place a Sudoku puzzle question. The puzzle question as shown as below. And finally, we move to the step 5, which is Sudoku results are solved. So this is our output of our coding.
Lastly, conclusion. Our project has successfully achieved its objective, especially in solving Sudoku puzzle using method of graph coloring algorithm. In this project, we can see that the development of Python software can solve Sudoku puzzle as a graph coloring problem, since it produces better results that demonstrate efficient results without taking too much time. It is also important to note that although graph coloring was effective in this project, we recommended another alternative method for solving the Sudoku game in future research, such as the backtracking method. That's all from us. Thank you.